watch it there! I hate it when people mess with my stuff. You think the armor in this place makes itself? Well, you wouldn't be the only one, but let me tell you, it's not true. Damned hard work. Makes it. My damned hard work. So don't get in my way.
What's so good about the armor you supply?
Quality, skill, years of practice technique. And as you go up through the ranks, you're eligible for different equipment. As a cultivator, you'll be confronted with different challenges to a warrior or a paladin. So for cultivator armor, I make sure to give you the freedom of movement needed for working in the fields. But a warrior's armor must be robust, better able to absorb damage during combat.
Can I get some of this armor?
I am only authorized to hand out equipment to anyone who has earned it. A cultivator isn't allowed to wear the armor of a paladin. That armor goes with that rank and that honor. So, if you want a set of it, you'll have to work to earn it.
I'd like to trade.
Pick your armor, choose your weapon, we can trade.
Another one? I swear if security had been this lax in the days of Eric Eisenfaust, we'd all be clerics. What are you seeking here, stranger? Safety? A new start? Meaning? All those things can be offered to those who accept our laws.
Who are you?
My name is Angram. It is my duty, along with the other warlords, to ensure the laws are kept and the Berserker Way preserved. We offer protection to those from outside who understand that Edan is working to help Magalan. Stick to the laws, respect our ways, and you will find Goliath welcoming. Break the laws, show contempt, and punishment will follow. You will have a fair chance here if you understand that.
What are the Berserker laws?
They were laid down by Amrek, who founded the Berserkers. They put people before war, before machines. The only thing above us is law. So says the first article that forbids anyone from preaching of gods or machines. The second law says pure ELEX is a curse on Magellan. All pure ELEX and technology made from it is forbidden and must be placed in the pit. Our third law states that world hearts are sacred. No damage can be done to them or their seedlings. The fourth law says mana must be preserved. Nature can purify ELEX. This has given us the gift of magic, and we must use it sparingly. The fifth law states all free people are equal. All must be given protection when it is asked for. All may repent their ways and join the Berserkers. Now, as a warlord, it is my job to keep the laws in the Pilgrim's name. So, I welcome you, incomer.
What happens when the law is broken?
The warlords will hear evidence and pronounce sentence. Trade without a license, steal or cheat, and exile will follow. Break one of the 5 laws, and justice may be harsher. Our laws preserve us, and so we must preserve the law.
Who are the Berserkers?
They're everyone you've seen in this town, and anyone beyond who believes this world can be saved. Do you want to believe that? That there's a hope? We don't need gods or machines. That forest out there, that grew from wasteland in just 200 years, from seed to tree. We are a new beginning for all.
What do you think about the clerics or the Alps?
What are we supposed to think? They're steeped in blood and governed by superstition. The clerics speak of God, but they worship their machines. And never forget that their blessed religion gave birth to the Alps. ELEX corrupts all it touches. Whatever you think of the outlaws, they make no excuses for their behavior. They are out for themselves, but they believe in mankind.
Can't you use technology to help nature?
Technology is an addiction. First one machine, then another and another. It is better to live without that temptation. It's persuading the weak-minded of that. We might know technology is a weakness, but its draw is pulling in recruits. Even now, I know there is someone here in Goliath spreading the lie of the machine. They are preaching that technology will be our salvation. This damned cleric must be found and stopped.
About the cleric. I can find whoever is preaching here.
You can you? What makes you think you can succeed?
I know who's preaching for the clerics.
Are you certain? I don't want to go making false accusations.
I've met him, spoken to him.
What miserable drones and traitors have I given shelter to that they will let this cleric live? He knows our laws, and the penalty for spreading false religion is death. Carry out that sentence. Kill that cleric.
I was told there was work here.
If you have taken our laws to heart, then yes, there is something you can help me with.
I agree to follow the laws.
Visit Jorah at the pit. All the captured weaponry from the last Alb attack has been stored there. Bring me one of the ELEX weapons.
I'll get you the weapon.
Follow the law and do service. Those are the only ways you will earn my trust. Speak to Jorah if you have any more questions. Now go.
Stay alert out there.
What goods have you got?
Understood.
And you're using that here because?
Another damned outsider. We ought to lock you up until we can ship you back to where you came from.
You have a problem with outsiders?
Can you think of one problem on Magellan that isn't down to outsiders? The clerics gave us the Albs. The Albs come here building their filthy converters. They foul our soil, kill our people. The only thing stopping these bastards killing every last one of the free people are the hooded crows.
Sounds like you really hate the Alps.
They won't stop until everyone is dead. It's always us berserkers who are taking losses. 10 hooded crows on the last patrol alone. All good men. Now, I'm asked to make up my ranks with outsiders?
You want to kill Alps?
I want to exterminate them. And every man, woman, and child on this planet should want to do the same. What about you? Are you ready to go and hunt some Albs?
Tell me the mission.
Very well. The Albs have been scouting ruins to the west of here. It could be they're searching for resources, but it could be they're scouting our patrol routes, or looking for somewhere to set up a base they can use to launch an attack on Goliath. Whatever they're doing, those Albs have had a free run of things for too long. I need someone to head out there and kill them.
Why do you hate the Alps so much?
They take so much ELEX, they've lost all their emotion. They're like machines. Killing machines. How messed up must you be to decide to do that? And how do they get the ELEX they're so pumped up on? They tear it from the ground. They take plants, animals, and people, and feed them into their converters. Every Alb, every mutant stands against nature.
So you don't trust anyone?
Our founding fathers knew well that you have to be really careful who you trust. They taught us we cannot give in to the temptation that awaits us outside our walls. And they did well. In the end, they were the first to see the deviant nature of technology. No one who has seen a mutant with their own eyes can deny that.
It almost sounds like you envy the Alps' power.
A fully trained Alb commander, even an Elexitor. They may be powerful, but true power is only found in the will to win and the fighting spirit. Have you got them? A fighting spirit, a will to win.
What if I did, and I took ELEX as well?
Then you would be just another henchman. A soulless puppet for their cause. Is that what you want? To destroy Magellan as you destroy your soul? A strong sword. Our very effective combat magic. And a strong will. Those will save the world. They will stop the Albs.
Where are these ruins?
To the west, in the Valley of the Damned. The Albs have been spotted in some abandoned ruins out there. It could be they've made those ruins their base, and are sending out patrols across the area from there. We've had reports of Albs on the roads around there, and out along the river by the World Heart.
Teach me something.
Yes.
So, you decided to stick around. Well, I've been given a job by Warlord Ragnar that I think might suit you, if you want to stay around for longer.
Tell me about the job.
Well, the task I have on offer should profit you, and though it's not the best way to sell our community to you, it should demonstrate that we're open about things here. You see, there was a murder committed just outside Goliath a few months ago. A rather dedicated berserker named Ascor was killed. There's been an investigation, but no definitive answers as to why he was killed. So, Ragnar wants me to follow up and find the murderer.
And what can I do?
Well, I'm having trouble getting answers from people. Maybe an outsider will have more success getting them to open up. Would you talk to the suspects and see what they have to say?
Tell me about the victim.
His name was Ascor. He was a warrior, newly promoted from cultivator. Ragnar had high hopes for him, but Ascor wasn't popular. He went missing around Mana's Eve 3 months ago. No one knew where he'd gone, and it wasn't like he had many shards to up and disappear with. Then one of Ragnar's patrols found Ascor's body rotting up in the forest. It looks like he was stabbed several times with a sword. Whoever did it was strong enough to overcome him, but clumsy. They didn't find anything on Ascor to point to who might be the murderer.
And you think I can find the killer?
You're a stranger here. That means you might see things I won't.
What kind of logic is that?
To be honest, I think this is a dead-end job. But Ragnar, against all the evidence, seems to think it was a berserker that killed Ascor, and he wants answers. Me, I think it's a wild goose chase. None of Ragnar's questioning has thrown up any proof a berserker was involved in this, so chances are it was an alb, an outlaw, or a reaver. But if a warlord has an itch to scratch, then that means we have to go and scratch it. So, let's cross all these suspects off the list and give them some closure.
Is this why you brought me to Goliath? To do your dirty work?
I brought you to Goliath to give you a chance. And this is a way to earn it by getting a warlord on your side.
Does Ragnar think a berserker murdered Ascor?
Ascor was killed with a sword, and there aren't too many people who use swords outside of Idan. But if Ragnar's right, then it must be someone who was outside the walls at the time of the crime. So, Ragnar drew up a list of 5 suspects. No idea why these 5 exactly, but Ragnar will have his reasons.
I'll find the murderer.
Ragnar wants answers. He seems determined to find out what happened. Myself, I don't know if we'll ever know what happened. But if we can eliminate these 5 suspects, he might let this go. And who knows? Maybe one of them did do it, and you'll get the proof.
Will the suspects talk to me?
Tell them you're investigating on Ragnar's orders. They'll answer your questions. Let me know if you need help. Remember, my sword belongs to you.
Who are the suspects?
A group of people who were out there in the forest at the time of the murder. First on the list is Baron. He's a guard. Well, he's supposed to be a guard. As far as I know, he doesn't have an alibi. But I think the only real reason he's on the list is because he knew Ascor when he was younger. Then there's Thorgal. He's in charge of a world heart in Abessa. I have no idea why Ragnar would put him on the list. Maybe just to be complete. Third is Garen, a hunter. He was reliable, but he seems to have lost heart in himself. There's something troubling him. Last are Eardor and Rock. Rock I can't get a handle on. There's something he's not happy about. Eardor is still wet behind the ears. Bit of a whiner, but seems to care about his job. They were all outside Goliath at the time of the murder.
What do you want me to ask them?
Where they were 3 months ago around Mana's Eve when the crime was committed. What they thought of Ascor. I doubt you'll get a confession. I doubt any of them did it, but you'll get a sense of the men, and then you can report back to me so we can close the case.
Where can I find them?
They're all still out there. Track them down, then report back to me when you have discovered something.
Do you think we make a good team, Duras?
We're a team. I'm ready if you are.
Welcome, incomer. I hope you are being treated well. Goliath has always opened its doors to those who need shelter. But these are hard times, and war grows suspicions. As for me, I think the free people should work together in this war with the elves.
Will I have trouble here?
It will mostly be talk. People gossip about incomers. If you want the people here to trust you, then help them. Once they do, they will open their doors to you. You will have a place to stay, a chance to become one of us, and they will likely reward you for your trouble. We Berserkers believe in second chances. It's your choice whether you take that chance or not.
Who are you?
I am Cormag, warlord of the Hammer Clan. Each of the clans has its own calling, and ours is magic. A gift given to us in our time of need. Proof that this planet needed a guardian, and that it chose us. We can channel power through our bodies, and battle the machines of the clerics. The power mana gives us seems limitless. And yet, it seems so normal now, doesn't it? It's hard to remember that magic is only a generation old. We have only just started our study of it. And the Hammer Clan has made that study our purpose.
What do you think about your laws?
Our laws bind us. They tell us who we are. How we interpret them, that is where we can do better. Death and exile shouldn't be the only sentences. There should be reward in repentance. Leniency could save us valuable people.
You think other Berserkers are too harsh?
Dedicated, not harsh. And sometimes dedication can blind us to other ways of thinking. Just imagine, if we Berserkers could enhance the cleric's energy weapons, or the outlaws' explosives with the power of mana, who could stop us then? Now, Angram would say that giving into technology would destroy us. But I wonder whether holding on to the laws too tightly would do the same. After all, there were those who tried to stop using magic. They said it was against nature. Now magic is all that defends it. Whatever my thoughts, the laws we have now are the ones we must follow.
Are there problems between the clans?
Give any group a name and they'll use it as a cause for argument with others. But, while there are always differences, we are all Berserkers. Anyone who forgets that needs a swift reminder of their true allegiance.
You have traitors here?
Not traitors. Troublemakers. People whose mouths move faster than their minds. You think we should use the law to silence anyone who thinks differently? I say they need to be convinced that our cause is best served if we work together. I've been saying that over and over, but it seems some people have stopped listening.
Maybe they would listen to me.
Perhaps. You could do me a favor and talk to Elder. He's been speaking out against the Eisen clan. But I'm not sure of the reason behind his anger. You will find him living with the other cultivators down in the cultivator house. I'd be grateful if you can find out the reason he's upset, before this bad feeling escalates into something else.